Well, we're out of whack a bit at the moment as far as our reporting from Asean Affairs, but we'll be back on track from next month. Of course, the second Tuesday of every month. This time we're going to, though, talk about Michael Nobel and other people there of very high level talking about how we can go forward. Achieved what you hoped to?
I did, but I must thank you. I mean, she didn't tell you
that they held recently, which was Save Our Planet, attended by
I
learned a lot. I learned
so much so that our next event coming up,
and also some local people too.
Save Our Planet 2.
Also, FTAs, are they a good thing or a bad thing? And how many FTAs can we possibly cope with? We're pleased that we've got the founder and president of Asean Affairs, Mr. Swarup Roy, back on the program.
So thank you, Valerie.
Firstly, congratulations on Save Our Planet, which was held last week. It was very good to see.
In the post-Copenhagen, there is so much of talk in the world, in terms of what can they do. There was no agreement in Copenhagen, as we know. So to the masses of people out there, it's sort of the jargon and the mystery about what is going on. I mean, these guys are going to decide about the planet on our behalf.
Our future, exactly.
And we have we don't even know what's going on. So it would be, and then of course, if you read the media, a lot of blame was put on Asia for like China, India, and because of whom the deal or the agreement in Copenhagen did not go through. So I felt that Asia should respond, and what can we do in our own way. So that was I launched. I tentatively had this idea, and we called it Save Our Planet, which became now one, which was last Friday. On the 12th of March in Bangkok. Now we have the second in the same month itself, Save Our Planet.
That's 2. A challenge. You're expecting 400 people, huh?
Yeah, we're expecting 300 to 400 people, but even in the first event we didn't have enough space, so actually
it was brimming. Actually,
yeah.
It was so
we
full.
wanted to slingshot from SOP 1 to Save Our Planet 1 to Save Our Planet 2.
What do you hope? Okay, you're getting information out to a lot of us, including myself, but what do you hope to have as an objective at the end of this? I mean, the problem with Copenhagen and the problem with all these environmental meetings is nothing comes out that's concrete. We don't seem to be doing anything, and it's a frustration, I think, for most people.
I think you've given the answer itself, what I'm trying to do.
Get people to do something.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because the governments can go on bickering, arguing, whatever. The planet cannot wait, for governments. Because we are a subsidiary of the planet, and the planet is not a subsidiary of us. So we got to take some action on our own. Before you do that, we needed to ensure that we acquaint ourselves with the issues, A. B, to find that there are some people already doing it. Can we learn from them and copy them? That's the idea.
It's interesting too, because there was a lot of, I know you asked the question directly, what do we need to do? And it was always, we need the government will. But at the end of the day, governments need votes. So if you don't give them some vote buying opportunities from this particular environmental Save Our Planet, it's not going to come forward.
An election is 4 to 5 years span they have,
Sure.
and this is we're talking of a planet whose decades and centuries are involved. So it is actually beyond comprehension of politicians too. But we at our level, there are actually examples out there of companies
that are doing it well.
Yes,
Bayer was one of them. I was really impressed.
So you have the giants like Bayer, and there are also smaller organizations. For example, if I may give you one example pertinent to Thailand. Huh?
What about FTAs? Now, there are so many FTAs going around at the moment. One wonders, do we really need them, I suppose? Because there's some that are concentrated in a particular area, some are so broad. It's like, and so many countries are members of so many. So
Correct.
If we look at ASEAN, which is something that, by 2015 we need to move forward. But by that time, what's happening to all the other FTAs that are in place?
Okay, very good question. I see to put it into perspective, FTAs are the free trade agreements, as we all know, and in the world that we live in today, the blocks and trade blocks, is always about bargaining power. I buy. It's a simple formula. There's a seller, and there are 10 buyers, right? If he sells to each of them 10 individually, the 10 buyers don't have collective power, bargaining power. But if they all join, because they're buying the same thing from the same seller, you can go back to him and say, hey, I'm going to buy this stuff from you, now give me a good deal. That is at the crux of any FTA or bloc, mind you. So ASEAN is, of course, a trade bloc of 10 countries. But there is another one, which is APEC, the Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation, which comprises approximately, if I'm correct, 21 countries. But that's an unwieldy organization, because everybody in the Pacific Rim, now the Pacific starts from Chile to Peru to Vietnam to Thailand to Australia
New Zealand,
US.
the west coast of the US.
It's not region as it's almost globally, right? So that's we're not, of course, a global trade
It's
world.
the bottom end of the world.
Down on. But if the global trade which we have, which is WTO, the World Trade Organization, really worked, then you didn't need FTAs, mind you. So FTAs always, there's some kind of proximity, some kind of commonality, either by region or trade, something. Yeah. So like ASEAN makes sense.
So you don't think ASEAN's, got threats or too many threats around us?
No, actually the other thing, one is the TPP, which I was referring to, APEC, which the US has proposed. There are 4 countries now, Trans-Pacific Partnership from Brunei, Singapore, New Zealand and Chile.
Well, again, that's a bit strange
Yes,
too.
strange. It's 4 to 9. So that's the Trans-Pacific TPP partnership. Then we have ASEAN, and the other, which is being propagated by China, is the East Asia. East Asia will include ASEAN plus 6 countries, which has done the FTA already with ASEAN. So ASEAN will be actually at the core, even of an ASEAN as well as an East Asia. So ASEAN actually, from that perspective, yes, ASEAN strengthens rather.
So you think we're on the right track? We'll just have to see now that Vietnam are in the chair. How are we going to go forward this year?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at, in fact, today is, on 18th of March, the President of the United States, Obama, is visiting Indonesia on his way to Australia and New Zealand. Now, and Indonesia is the largest country of ASEAN. It is where the ASEAN Secretariat is located. And he's also going to Australia and New Zealand, which is part of East Asia. The President was here, the US President was here in Singapore at the APEC summit meeting last year. So in less than 5 months, the United States President visiting the same region, I don't know, I may be wrong, please check it out, it has never happened ever before.
I don't believe it has. There's obviously huge potential.
And our upcoming cover story of this month, which will be going to the stands, hitting the stands at end of this month, is titled, it's on our website, Redefining US-ASEAN Ties Amidst the Rise of China, or the Rise of the Dragon.
Well, all you need to do is to go to www.AseanAffairs.com. You'll be able to get the information on Save Our Planet, FTAs, and of course the new publication that's available now globally. Well, I thank you for calling us, and thank you for inviting me to join Save Our Planet, and we'll look forward to seeing you again next month.
It's always a pleasure to be here, and you did the honor to me by accepting to be an MC, so thank you.
You're welcome.
Again.
Thank you. We'll now go to Kunyut. He's actually looking at tourist attractions in the east of Thailand. Stay tuned.